Car insurance is basically needed by anybody that has a car with tags on them. If you have a tag in the state of Maryland, the state requires you to have at least liability insurance with a minimum state limits of $20,000 per person, $40,000 per accident. There's a couple people that are protected by insurance. The purpose of insurance is one, for the state, for your tag. The second purpose for it is if you have comprehensive and collision. A lot of people call that full coverage. That part of your coverage protects you as the owner of the car. It pays to get your car fixed. If you're in an accident, it pays to fix your car. If it catches on fire, if it's vandalized, any of those things. So basically it protects you to fix your car back to the way it was. Comprehensive protects you for fire, theft, vandalism, glass breakage, hitting a deer or a dog. So hitting any kind of an animal, that's what we call comp coverage, and that's a no-fault coverage. It means you're not at fault for it at all. So your rates will not go up if you use that coverage. Collision coverage is when you hit something, whether you collide with a telephone pole, another car, a ditch. If you're running through a lot of water and you actually run through the water, that's a collision claim. So that means usually your deductible is higher on collision, and that's an at-fault accident, which means your rates would be raised because of using that coverage. Your liability coverage protects you as a person in that car if you're injured, or any passengers in your car under your personal injury protection, or a lot of people refer to that as PIP coverage. Your other coverage under your liability is bodily injury and property damage. Bodily injury would protect the person that you hit if it's your fault. If I run into you and injure you, then it would protect you. It pays for your medical bills or any passengers in your car. Property damage on the liability side would protect your car. So that would fix your car if it's my fault. A deductible is your share of the loss. So if on comprehensive, if the normal deductibles usually are $50 and $100, that means if your window breaks and you've got to go get a new windshield because a rock has come up and chipped it, or you've hit a deer, that's a common one, you pay the first $50 and your insurance company pays the balance of the claim. So that's how that works. On collision, usually your deductible's higher, and they usually start around $500. So if you have a $2,000 claim, you pay the first $500, and then your company would pay the $1,500 balance. There's no deductible under your liability coverage except for under uninsured motorists. There's a standard state of Maryland law of a $250 deductible uninsured motorist, which means you hit me and you leave the scene and I don't know who you are, or you hit me and there is no insurance on your vehicle because you didn't pay it or never purchased it or whatever reason, you don't have insurance, but you stay there and you tell me you don't have insurance, then my insurance pays, but I have a standard $250 deductible. It doesn't matter what I choose up in the comp and collision, the $250 is what it stays for in uninsured motors. That's a Maryland law. When you buy an insurance policy, when you come in to me and buy an insurance policy, you are buying it on that vehicle. So the insurance stays with the car. So if you loan that car to me to drive, then it's your insurance that's paying it, not mine. If your children drive your car or your friend or neighbor drives the car, it's always under your insurance, which means if they have the accident, it's your deductible, it's your rate that's going to be raised, and you know, it's your record that's going to shine. And you can be sued because of any accident they have because you're the owner of the vehicle. Then you would be held responsible. It's your responsibility to know when you get behind the wheel of that car whether that car is insured or not. If you're driving a car that's not insured, the police can give you a ticket for driving uninsured, and they can actually take your tags right at the scene and confiscate them and impound the car. So you can say, oh, it's not my car, I didn't know, it's my friend's car. You're going to be the one that's walking, because it's your responsibility when you get behind the wheel to make sure that they have insurance. Okay, due to the Maryland state law, as I said earlier, you have to have insurance on your tag if you get tags, which means you need to come here and get insurance first before you go to DMV, because when you show up at DMV, you've got to have proof that you have insurance before they'll give you your tags. If you cancel your insurance before you go back to DMV, it's a $150 fine the very first day. And then it's $7 a day after 30 days. So that fine will continue until 1, you either turn in your tags, or 2, you get insurance again. Well, the law reads that insurance companies, when you don't pay your bill, the insurance companies are required by law to notify the DMV.
Insurance rates.
I'm going to love you as a client because your rates just went through the roof. Basically, one ticket is not going to hurt you too bad. You get 2, and if you get the 3rd one, you're gone. Their insurance company, if it's a standard carrier, will not keep you. And then you're paying high risk coverage for either the state of Maryland or some non-standard carrier, and your price is probably tripled. A DUI is what they call a major violation. So that, to give you kind of a rating for a ticket, every ticket you get, whether it's speeding, the stop sign, or the seatbelt, it's 1 point on our rating points. A DUI and any major is 5 points. So you just basically got 5 speeding tickets. Is kind of how it rates. So it is a major impact. A lot of carriers will not take you with a DUI, and I think, and I'm not real good at the Maryland law for a driver's license, but a 16, 17-year-old with a DUI has also major impacts on them that way. So not only is it going to be hard to get insurance, but there's major consequences on DMV as well. But we're gonna charge you a lot of money. It's really going to be hard to get insurance with a DUI. Another major that counts equivalent to a DUI is drugs, under the influence with drugs, not only alcohol, but drugs, leaving the scene of an accident. If you have an accident and then you leave, that's a major. Reckless driving, excessive speeds, changing lanes real fast, anything that's going to hurt you. Speed racing on the highway, changing lanes, doing drag racings on the highways, that is what they call reckless driving. That's just like a DUI. So you're going to get 5 to 6 points just for that violation right off the point, which you're in jeopardy of losing your license as well. A lot of people think that, hey, you know, if somebody hits me, I can make out good. The insurance company's responsibility is to put you back exactly where you are. It's really hard to do that a lot of times because if you have a 2005 Ford Mustang, there's not a lot of 2005 Ford Mustangs. There may be on the road, but they're not on the lot. So now we've got to find one. So we can't find a 2005 Mustang, but that's all your insurance company is going to pay for. So now you got to buy a 2006 or 2007, and you might have to buy a 2008 Ford Mustang. So your insurance company is only going to put you back exactly where you are. It's not for profit. So you're going to be handed a check for a 2005 Mustang, and you may not find a 2005 Mustang. So that means you're going to have to come out with money to do that. There's also depreciation in the vehicles. So we're not going to pay for brand new tires on a car when your tires were 5 years old. There's things like that that people don't think about. You say, oh, well, I get hurt, I've got a neck pain, I've got this. Well, that's fine, but we're only going to pay your medical bills. So if you've got a $100 medical bill from where you went to the emergency room and that's it, then you're going to get $100. So you're really not going to be, it's not a for-profit policy. It's a policy to put you back exactly the way you were.